This is a review of the Stevens Model 350. First off, I'm going to start with a safety check. Safety is on. There are no rounds in the chamber. The Stevens Model 350 is made by Savage Arms. It comes with an 18.5-inch barrel, a 5-shell round capacity tube, plus one in the chamber, front fiber optic post, and a back ghost ring sight. I'll show you those sights real quick. They're fairly nice. The back sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. It is synthetic backstock and the price range is about $250 to $260. I'm going to go into the pros and cons of this gun. First off, the pro, like I stated, is $250. That's the reason why I bought this firearm. It was within my price range. Originally went in, was looking for Remington 870, but the price range wasn't there, around the $400 mark for the ghost rings that I wanted and for the stock and the other thing that I wanted with it. So that was out of the game. So I found this. I did do some reviews on it, liked it. Not terrible reviews, not great reviews, but decent shotgun for the price. And I know I'll be going up to an 870 later on, so it wasn't too big of a deal for me. It came with ghost sights, which is one of the biggest things I said is the reason why I bought this gun. Is it came with the ghost sights. I love ghost sights. They're my favorite. I do like the fact that it is, you can change the elevation and the windage with it, which was really helpful because when I took this out, decided in with, with slugs, I was shooting a little bit to the left, cranked the dial a little bit to the right back on the dead center there. It's reliable. I shot about 100 rounds of birdshot, just your clay pigeon birdshot through here. No malfunctioning or anything. The only thing I will say is when you are actioning this, like if you're moving with it, which I did some shooting, move and run drills, is you do have to bring your action all the way backwards so a shell can pop out of the tube and you can load it back up into the chamber, which I recognize I had that problem about 2 different times. Other than that, I had no failures to eject, no dry fires or anything like that. Really, it was a reliable gun when I took it out there. Like I said, I shoot 100 rounds through it, so not terribly amount of ammo that you could judge off of, but for the first time out, without even going inside and cleaning the manufacturer oil out or anything like that, I was pretty happy with it. It is heavy construction. It is very heavy steel. The pump forearms here are about 1/4 inch each thick, which I really like. You're not going to bend them. You're not going to break them. The front sight posts, they have the little wings on the side of them that protect the sights, and the receiver is just heavy. This is a heavy, heavy gun, which brings us into our cons. Weighs in at 7 pounds. It's hard to disassemble. I don't know if you can see it, but there's screws there and screws there. When I originally bought the gun, I thought that was for the trigger assembly, that you could bring the bolt out forward, and the trigger assembly brought out by doing those nuts. Later on, I learned during the night that actually to get your pump forearm off, there's detents in the bolt itself that you have to push in to remove that after you got the barrel off, and then to get into the bolt itself you have to take the stock off, which is about a 9.5-inch extension onto a 1/2-inch bolt head, which runs into your receiver. You remove that, the stock comes off, and you can have access to your bolt and remove the bolt and clean it that way. When you get if you do choose to get this gun, you'll recognize the manual does state how to take your barrel off, which is just undoing the barrel ring there, taking the barrel, turning it counterclockwise, and removing it outward. And then just tells you how to clean it with a tube, your brush or whatever up in here as best as you can. But then it does state any further disassembly needs to be conducted by a professional Savage gunsmith, which I think is total bullshit. If you buy a gun, you should be able to take it apart without taking it anywhere else. So I went on YouTube, looked up a few videos how to take it apart. It's really not that hard. The hardest part, to be honest, is just trying to get these detents. That's probably the most time-consuming thing is. You have to do one, pull that side out, do the other, pull the other side out, and then you can slide the whole entire forearm off. Another con, which you can take it or leave it, is this gun is made in People's Republic of China. Savage outsourced the making of their Stevens model guns to China. So it's a little disappointing that American brand would do that, but I know I'm going to be buying another American brand anyway, so it wasn't too big of a problem, and it was reliable, so I was okay with it. And be frankly, everything you buy nowadays, the iPad that this video is being recorded on, my Xbox, my TV, that's all made in China. So it's hard to find anything that's not made in China right now, so you just gotta live with it. But another thing is, like I said about the action, you have to bring it all the way back to get a new shell lid, and then this is a disappointing con, is with an 870, because I own an 870 for field, you bring the action back, your bolt opens and you can put one into the chamber, slide the pump forward, and then load 5 into your tube. With this you can't, you have to load one into the tube, action it, and then load the rest of the 5 in there. So I think the only other talking points I didn't get into, I might have stated this, it does have an 18.5 inch barrel, and it does come with a 5-shot tube. The other thing is, would I recommend this to somebody? I would recommend this to anybody that is looking for, if they know they're going to be buying another 870, or not 870, but another home defense or tactical shotgun later on the road. I would recommend this to them first if they've never had a shotgun. That way they can they get into a price range, they can figure out if they like it or not, and if they want to keep it or not. But if you know that you're just looking for one shotgun, that's all you want, you're not going to get rid of it, you're not going to change it, anything like that, I do not recommend this gun. Just for the simple fact that it's hard to disassemble. It would not be, I'm not a prepper, but it would not be a good prepping gun as far as I'm concerned. If you are out in the woods, doomsday kind of bullshit, and you're trying to take this gun apart, I mean, you got to have a socket set to take the buttstock off so you can get the... I'm a person that likes simplicity, and I like to be able to take guns apart with minimum tools necessary. So my AR, my bolt action rifles, my Glocks, everything there is either I press a detent on the bolt action and slide the bolt out, do it that way to clean the bullet chamber and everything like that, or with my AR, as simply as having my multi-tool and being able to pop the pins out, bringing the trigger assembly out, and taking off the lower and top receiver and bringing your bolt and your bolt carrier group all out and being able to clean it down that way. That's my I didn't recognize this problem with the screws and having to take the stock off until I later got home. Knowing that, it may have changed my opinion of the gun. That is, if I didn't know how to take it apart at first. But if I did, I probably would have still gotten it, because it was within my price range, and there was no way I was going to be able to afford the 870 that I wanted, and I wasn't going to buy the one with the front peep sight. So, and that, it's a good, reliable shotgun. I like it, and I highly suggest it to anybody that's looking to get, maybe a truck gun, maybe a run-and-gun gun or something like that. But, alright, you guys all have a good day.